Afro Svengalis, I got some business to take care of. There is an elephant in the room that I have to address with you, Propane Oaklane. We have to just get this out on the table because people keep asking me about what happened. This isn't clear. And when the situation occurred this weekend, people wanted to know, how did Money Locc end up recording that video on Let Me See Your Handcuff? And people aren't clear, so I'm going to just briefly tell everybody. Apparently, there was some issue with content used. Last week, Propane Oaklane did a live stream and was addressing the fact that his content was used. I did not know exactly what happened when Propane came up and labeled a live stream flag party, and he had the red flags. The only thing that I said, YouTube will come after you because it's strictly against their rules. This I know, to come on and say, let's flag a channel or let's flag a video. I just said I would not use that title. I would change the title. And I didn't know who Propane Oaklane was referring to. Come to find out, Let Me See Your Handcuffs, and I'll deal with her in another video, got involved, decided to involve herself in the situation and got lit up like she has so many other times. So when it all was happening, as far as the video being addressed, I was over in Taz's chat. I saw all these notifications coming in, but I didn't stop to look at them. It was, later I found out, about 11 or 12 emails with this video link about Let Me See Your Handcuffs. Okay, so this whole discussion generated history, reminiscing about history or recalling history from people who were discussing it. And I'm going to get into more detail about Let Me See Your Handcuffs in other videos, but I'm just giving you the background and I'm setting up the scenario to address the elephant in the room regarding situations involving King Kong Crazy and Remix, because Propane, you brought the situations up and I feel I need to address, because I never addressed these issues in detail. Before I continue, I want you to hear Propane's comments. I wanted you to hear Propane's comments, which led me to do this video. Stay tuned and I will return.
Due to the fact of why we all came to the sector, and that was for Umar, like that's the whole crazy part to me, is how we all beefing with each other, picking out each other's lives when we all came here for Umar and then it turned for London. That's the only fucked up thing that hurts me about how we all came together and how we became our dysfunctional YouTube family.
I didn't want anyone to turn you into something and it wasn't, it wasn't the truth.
Wait, no. So let's bring it all back to why you came up here. You wanted me to clarify why you did what you did.
Yeah, I wanted to do that too, yeah.
Somebody had my back for it, but if nobody didn't have my back, I still will be cool with any and everybody in this motherfucker sector, because you motherfuckers in the sector then turned y'all backs on me or fuck with my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. And I still allowed y'all back to be cool. Matter of fact, I remember when me and Remix was beefing, and I seen some shit in the chat that she posted, and I let you slide about it. I'm only mentioning it now due to the fact of what's going on right now, but I was like, I look at you as aunt anti. Like, you're the fucking aunt of the sector. Like, if we the dysfunctional YouTube family, you're the fucking aunt of the sector. But when I seen what she typed about, typed the Remix set, I was like, okay, all right, that's anti having fucking jokes or whatever. Just like how she made the.
Keep posting your comments so I can keep screenshotting them.
Come on, y'all.
Let me make a modification. I am bringing up the King Kong Crazy situation because it was never really made clear. And I'm going to mention Lennon Honor as well. Let Me See Your Handcuffs was on this live stream and told so many lies that I'm not going to let stand. And I'm going to address those in other videos. But I wanted to address the situation about what you just heard from Propane Oaklane. Okay, so let's start with you asking me about a situation involving King Kong Crazy. You confronted me. Confront is not a bad word in my book. It's asking people about what happened. I'm going to be very specific as to why I feel I need to bring this up, because when you made your comment that we just heard, and other times you've made comments about these two situations with Remix and King Kong Crazy, you have a lot of energy. I don't want to say smoke, energy behind your comments. And what I said and did, I don't personally feel it warrants that energy. Because when you think about the totality of the situation, worse things have been done, worse things have been said, and I don't hear that same amount of energy. Now, there's been a couple of situations that things have happened and you've gone off on people, okay, but when you talk about the scenarios that have occurred overall, it's kind of off balance. So I want to address that. Okay, so let's go back. There was a live stream. This was a public live stream. This was not a sneak panel. And you seem to know, Propane, a lot of information. I just found it hard to believe you didn't hear that live stream, because this was a public live stream. And this is what was said in the live stream. This goes back to when I was rocking with King Kong Crazy. He stated that there was a photograph of King Kong Crazy, his son, and his mother. He said he shared the photo with you. He says the photo ended up in the hands of a contraband. When I say contraband, there are certain people whose names are not mentioned on this channel, so I'm not going to be able to tell you the name. You might be able to figure it out. That photo ended up in the hands of a contraband. And according to King Kong Crazy, he was certain that you gave that photo. This was his perspective. That's where I got that from. And let me see your handcuffs. Knows about this. And she wants to act like she's all loyal. She is a liar. She believed the story too. I admit what I do. She doesn't admit what she does. I believed him when he said that you gave that photo. And I repeated that statement. And it seemed that only when I repeated the statement, you responded. King Kong Crazy said you gave the photo. Other people said that you gave the photo, but it was only when I mentioned it that you came up and you had this heat for me. You made it very clear. What happened? Why did you say this? I was not the only one who said it. He said that you gave the photo to a contraband, his mortal enemy, as a matter of fact. I'll be more specific. According to King Kong Crazy, and this was a public live stream, you two were rocking. So it was betrayal in his view. Again, this is what he said. All the heat is on me. And the statement, I'm not saying it's not something you shouldn't be even upset about, because that's telling you how to feel. I'm just trying to figure out what is the difference between this statement and things that are clearly over above, disgusting, accusatory, slurring your manhood, all of that stuff others have stated. And you have more heat for me about repeating something that KKC said happened. I didn't stab you in the back. I didn't run up to you like oh my God, you're my best friend, I love you. And then I go and hang out with your mortal enemies. That's what Let Me See Your Handcuffs is doing. When you and King Kong Crazy were at it, she was in both chats, kissing both asses. I don't do stuff like that. Obviously, at the time that was going on, I was rocking with King Kong Crazy. It's not switching loyalties. Me coming over to your channel, I'm giving information about facts. You said anybody can come and post there. It wasn't me trying to slide up to you, like, let me see your handcuffs is doing, trying to get you to do things. Trying to get you to do things to other people. That's what she's doing. I never came off like that. She's the backstabber. She's dividing loyalty. She's trying to get you in a position where you would be dependent on her. And she got lit up by Money Locc, and she should have. If she was really a friend, this I'm going to say this because she's so full of shit. If she was really concerned about you versus trying to show off and say, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing, Propane. I did this for you. She wanted public acknowledgement if she was really concerned about you being upset about the music. And again, it's not about telling somebody how to feel. What is the reason she couldn't do that behind the scenes or hook you up with someone who she knows that could help you if you thought your rights were being violated? No, she did it publicly. She went and tried to publicly humiliate a brother she didn't even know. And for that, she got her ass lit up. And I think she should have got lit up for it because she should not have involved herself. It wasn't like Money Locc was saying you two had words. He didn't say anything about let me see your handcuffs. She decided to get involved. She put herself in the situation, whether you asked her or whether she forced her way in, she did it to show off and for self-publicity. And like so many other situations, it blew up in her face because she did not come from good intentions. And then she gets on the live stream trying to force a position. I don't want people to make you into what? That's her doing. She stuck her nose where it didn't belong, and that's why she's in the situation with the video that Money Locc made. That's what happened. I never stabbed you in the back. It was a natural course of order for me. Maybe for some people it isn't. Well, I shouldn't say maybe. Obviously, it's not for some folks. I'm going to give a couple examples. But I was rocking with King Kong Crazy at the time. So for me, it is not even conceivable that I would stop rocking with him at the time and jump on your side and just start rocking with you, just automatically believing your side. And it's not to say that I even considered you a quote liar, because it wasn't even like that. I was just focusing on what he stated. So it wasn't like I betrayed you or anything like that. But I kind of feel the heat that you have. It kind of feels, you said turned on you. How did I turn on you? I never turned on you. How did I turn on you? And that you let me slide or let me live. How? It's not to the degree of what others stated. But I do understand the stream that's running through this. I'll get into this in the next video. I think there's a gender stream running through this. And don't call me no damn feminist, anyone out there, because it's not even about that. It's the way of the world. There's certain things that are tolerable to women that are just not going to be tolerable to men. And Money Locc's reaction proves that. And I'm just talking in generalities. There are exceptions. But I want to also say it's mind-boggling to me how people know how you're aligned with someone. And I'm not talking about you're going to go rob a bank for somebody or put a hit out on somebody or jump off a cliff to say, here, I'm showing my love for you. We all know that's not what we're talking about. We're talking in relative terms. If you have a friend, this is what someone else did, what I think is low down and dirty. If you have a friend who's being accused of sex crimes, and it's very interesting how all these accusations center around sex, never about someone stealing somebody's car or anything like that. I was in this situation, but I'm not talking about me because there's no question about what I would do. There's another situation where everybody is really pretty much aware, although they may try to deny it, that there is a person who's newer to the sector, that Umar Johnson sector, who's aligned with someone who's been accused of molesting, I think, adult males or sexually assaulting adult males. Let me say that. And this person denies it. There's been a court case. This person came out on top with the mediation. Videos had to be removed with these accusations. So if you're rocking with someone They know you're close to this person. You defend this person. Then they decide to jump up and do a video and say, I support the accusers. I will never talk to that person again. That person is being vindictive. That person is being horrendously abusive. That person is ignoring the evidence. And I'm speaking specifically about this case. But there are people who do that because they know if I make this move, I'm going to get people looking at me. That's the goal. Whether they succeed, it's not always the case. No sense of loyalty, no sense of specific loyalty, no sense of relative loyalty. I'm just putting it out there. And let me see your handcuffs. You can rock anywhere you want to, Propane Oaklane. Bad news. She's up here in enemy chats saying she rocks with both people. She doesn't have any convictions whatsoever that allow her to stand on anything credible. She is conniving. She's a liar. She will call the cops on you and lie. She will lie. She will call the cops on you and totally make something up. It's not like you did something to her. It's not like you threatened her. She will get pissed off enough at you. She will call the cops and lie on you. She will call CPS and lie. I don't know if you have kids. If you do, don't tell anybody. She'll call the cops on you and say you did something to your children. She's done it. I have the reports. I'm looking at the damn report with your name in it. And she keeps coming up here lying. Let her keep lying. The information is going to be released. She tells lie after lie after lie. And the way she does it, she scrubs her channel. But we already have the videos. I don't have any videos an anti-Afro. You liar. You had tons of videos. And I let you talk because I knew I was going to come back and deal with you. You don't tell me when I'm going to talk, when I'm going to defend myself. I do it on my timeline. People around these YouTube streets can be extremely conniving. They can be backstabbing, treacherous, disloyal, jealous, obsessive, because you don't want to do what they want you to do. Guess what, though? They're the same way off YouTube. The only exception you're going to find is they try to hide it from the white folks they have to deal with. That's the difference with these. They're so disgusting. I don't see how anybody could even want to deal with people like this. Just horrendously, just treacherous. And there's all kinds of crap that goes into that I don't want anything to do with. But I will make sure it's clear. There are also decent people here who've done great things and are who they are, always have been the way they are, instead of these other demons running around here trying to make themselves important off engaging in illegal behavior. And let me see your handcuffs as one of them. And I am not done. I'm going to post a video addressing the remix situation. That's what I'm going to do because this video is running a little bit long. People, beware. When people make up lies about you and they get involved with shit they shouldn't be involved with, they need to get lit up. Like, let me see your handcuffs got lit up by Money Locc. Make sure you go to the brother's channel and listen to that video as many times as you can. Spread it around. This is not new. Let me see your handcuffs. It's been cussed out by many people because she makes up shit and gets involved and inserts herself where she shouldn't be. It's not like she was minding her own business and Money Locc did a video on her. No, she stuck her nose where it didn't belong. Now, you know, do not ever hesitate to take the reins and hold on tight when it comes to heeding the warning. Buyer beware.